How is it going, everybody? I hope you are having a marvelous day. Nice 59 degrees today and sunshine's out for once. I cannot believe it. Such a beautiful day. Today's video is going to be about, and it's something that all of us run into. If you're a car owner, truck owner, motorcycle owner, doesn't matter. You all run into it from one time or another. Get you out of the sun. And that is how to tell if you're going to a good shop or somebody's trying to rip you off. How to tell what all those things are? Be right back and we'll discuss that. But you guys know what time it is. It is Camaro time. I was actually in the process of coming up with the stuff for this video. Get my finger out of the way. And another guy on YouTube, his name's John Goodrow, and I will put his link to his channel in the description box below. But him and I got to talking about people ripping other people off. How it just makes us so mad, and we can't believe people would actually do it. Because let's face it, this time in the world and the universe is all about that bottom dollar, right? Oh my God. But here's a couple things that you need to look out for, and maybe it'll help save you some issues and some problems, because I know if I'd have knew about a few of these things when I first got my vehicle and when I first started learning how to drive and had to start, keeping up the vehicle and everything, this could have come in real handy. The first thing to know, to understand, to be able to tell if you're actually going to a good shop. Let's just start with the world's most frequent, most convenient place there is, the oil change place. You have these speedy oil change places everywhere throughout the country. And this can include and count dealerships also, because all your dealerships have your service center and whatnot. But you go in, you're looking to get just your oil changed. You get in there, you've got it in there, you've done discussed the price, you know how much it's going to cost, you know what all's going to be done. And then, right before you get ready to leave, the first thing they do is they come up and say, "Sir, we got a couple of things that we need to show you." They'll pull out the air filter. When's the last time you've had your oil filter, excuse me, when's the last time you had your air filter cleaned or changed, because it's showing a little dirt? And also, when's the last time you had your rear end grease changed and your transmission fluid changed? Because all this is part of your scheduled maintenance for your vehicle. It's actually recommended by your vehicle manufacturer. Well, let me tell you right now, it's not recommended by your manufacturer. And we'll get to that in just a second. I got to make this turn. Of a V8. Alright, but here's the thing. It's called upsells. Get my finger out of the way. It's called upsells. And what they do is, sure, they have the oil special, it's real cheap, that's what gets you in the door. Then where they make all their money and all their markup is in the extra things, the upsells. They know that most people don't understand, they don't read their owner's manual, and they try to get over on you about these fluids and everything. If you actually read, and here's the thing, always consult your owner's manual. It will tell you exactly what needs to be changed and when. Okay, so just whenever you get ready to go into these places, by all means go over it real quick, just so you know when you go in that you don't need the stuff, because most manufacturers actually say in the information, power fluid changes like the transmission fluid and like the rear end grease and radiator flushes, stuff like that, are actually harmful. And one of the big things that they try to sell you on is the engine flush. This is where, you drive your vehicle for a while, and it makes sense. You drive your vehicle for a while, and you go in, and you've got 100,000 miles on the car, and you don't know how the previous owner took care of it if you're not the original buyer. So they say, well, we noticed that the oil is a little thick. We recommend the engine flush. You've got this many miles on your vehicle. Well, it sounds like a good idea, yes, but the thing is when you get it done, they put chemicals in your engine and let it run for 5 minutes, okay, in your oil. And what happens is that breaks chunks of dirt and buildup loose inside your engine. And, your engine has a lot of little small holes in it, in the block, for water to go through and, for more importantly, oil to go through. Well, guess where these chunks of debris is going to go? Right in those holes, and could possibly stop it up. And in a lot of cases, if you do a YouTube search about these oil change places, then you will know that, or you'll see that in some cases it actually causes the engine to blow up because of oil starvation, because they're not getting the oil where it needs to be. But a lot of manufacturers, like I said, Honda, Chevrolet, Hyundai, all the big names, actually tell you, do not use these types of systems for the oil flush and everything, for transmission flush, for the rear end grease. Do not do it. And then, you go into some of these places, and I've seen some unscrupulous car dealerships. They'll go in, you take your car in for the oil change. Well, guess what? Your ball joints are about wore out. You need an alignment. You're showing a little bit of wear, uneven wear on your tires and all this stuff. Oh, it's going to be $400 and something. You've got to have it. And here's the number one thing that you all need to know. Unless your car is rusting and it's about to rust and break in half, and they come up and tell you, we do not recommend you driving this at all, do not drive it until this is fixed. Run real fast to your nearest mechanic and get a second opinion, because 9 times out of 10, all this is BS. All they're doing is trying to scare you into buying something you don't need to buy, and it's just ridiculous. I mean, and then you go into some of these places like up north, and I didn't know this, but up north, your car has to be inspected for rust and all that stuff, and if your car shows signs of it, they actually will fail the inspection. And John, like I said, I'll put a link to his information in the description. John actually has a customer on his channel that took his car to have it inspected, and they said he needed a front end and all this good stuff. Great. Show you what I have to deal with. Yep, time for the dogs. Yeah, buddy, look at that. Deal with the dogs is, every time we pull up, the dogs will come running over to us, and it's kind of hard to back into your own yard or pull into your own yard whenever you got little dogs like that. I don't mind the dogs being out there, and don't get me wrong, I'm glad that they like their dogs and everything, but you just have to be really, really careful. You don't want to run over somebody's pride and joy pet, and kill them, or worse, maim them. Every time you see them, they're walking with a hitch in their walk, But back to the story. John has a customer on his channel. They took the truck, it's a pickup truck. They took it in to get it inspected, and they needed a front end work. So they told the man, yes, you need the front end work. Well, they inspected this vehicle from front to back, everything that needed to be inspected. So then they charged the man a lot of money to fix his vehicle, his front end and everything. And then they called him up and said, we got something we need to show you. So they brought him in and showed him all the rust in his frame and everything. And, now the truck is no good. Plus the guy owes almost $2,000 on parts and labor and stuff, of which they should have told him about the framework and all the rust and everything to start with, because if he's like me, he wouldn't have spent the money to do the front end knowing that he's not going to be able to drive the truck. You know what I'm saying? It's just unscrupulous people like that just really give mechanics and stuff a bad name. And, knowing stories like that, it's kind of hard to decide who to go to. But the moral of this story is, once you find somebody you can trust, by all means, go to them. Give them your business. Don't shop around for cheaper prices and everything if you trust them. Because, you know, you might go to somewhere and get a cheaper price, and then all of a sudden they screw you over by trying to give you the upsells and stuff like that you don't need. It's just, you know what I mean? But I'm going to leave off at that. That's really all I've got today. Just a little bit of a rant, you know, about the unscrupulous people who just try to rip you off and take your money. But please, when you go somewhere and they try to sell you on stuff you went in not knowing about, or if you're unfamiliar with cars, don't just pony up the cash and do it. By all means, take it somewhere else, get a second opinion. And, you know, that's how you learn about the people that you can trust. Getting a second opinion, and then if you like the people that you was dealing with the first time, then you know you could trust them. Or if they're trying to rip you off, hopefully the second guy will tell you. You know. But that's all for me. I really appreciate each and every one of you stopping by and checking out my video today. And we will see you next video. Please hit that like and subscribe button. And please share it and tell your friends about it. You know, maybe I've got something on my channel that some of them might like. Who knows? We've been growing daily, and I really appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much.